In this video quick tip, I'm going to teach you an extended set trick that you can do for the chest with cable crossovers. Now for those of you who are familiar with my cable crossover ladder, this is basically a truncated version that has 3 positions. So it's going to target the upper, the middle, and the lower pecs, as well as the inner and outer portions of those muscle fibers as well, due to the stretch you get and the constant tension from the cables. This is a great way to finish your chest off. So an extended set is where you start an exercise that you're weaker on and move to versions of that exercise that you're stronger on due to a biomechanical advantage. For example, when we're talking about cable crossovers, if you compare standard cable crossovers from a high pulley to cable crossovers done from a low pulley, we're much weaker on the low pulley position, which is focusing more on the upper pecs, than we are on the high pulley position. Now with an extended set, that means you can go to fatigue with the same weight that you're doing low cable crossovers from, and then move right into cable crossovers from a high pulley, which you are stronger on, so that same weight you can now continue doing reps on. But I've got a third position here between low and high. As long as you have an adjustable cable crossover system, you can do all 3 of these positions. So it's basically going to be from the low pulleys, from about shoulder height, just below shoulder height, and then from the high pulley. So low pulley is going to hit more upper pecs, the mid position, middle area of the pecs, and from the high position, we're going to be hitting those lower pecs. And as well, because we get that stretch and the constant tension, we're going to be hitting the outer and inner muscle fibers in those areas of the pecs. So let's get started. We're first going to put the pulley at the lowest position possible, the crossover station. You're going to start from the low pulley position to target more of the upper pecs. Now, I suggest selecting a weight that limits you to about 8 to 10 reps in this low pulley position. Remember, this is your weakest position in the cable crossover. So if you go too light, the weight's not going to be heavy enough when you get to the cable crossover. So somewhere in the 8 to 10 rep range by the time you get to the standard cable crossovers from the high pulley, you'll be fatigued and that weight will be sufficient for even standard cable crossovers. So here we go. We're going to start it off, and I'm not going to go all the way to muscle failure here to just keep down in time. But so you're going to start the low pulley cable crossover. We're going to do about 8 to 10 reps, reach failure, and you're immediately going to change the height of the pulleys going to that mid position just below the shoulder. Once the pulleys are adjusted to the proper height, no rest, you're going to go right into this new position. Now you're going to get a good stretch here, bringing the hands together. This is mimicking a flat fly, so we're hitting more of those middle fibers. Remember, I'm using an open grip here so that I press more with the pecs. You're going to go to failure here. Then the final step, you put it to the highest position. And then again, once you're in the highest position, you go right into that final set until you hit muscle failure. Now you want to make sure when you're doing the cable crossover in this position that you keep your torso fairly upright to hit more of the lower pecs. Remember, leaning forward with the cables in the high pulley position is going to put more focus on the middle pec. So we've already hit the middle pecs with that middle version. So here we really want to focus on the lower pecs. So keep your torso upright. You're just going to go to muscle failure. That's one set. All 3 exercises is one set. Each time you change a position, you're a bit stronger. Allows you to keep going, getting more reps, taking the muscle fibers past muscle failure. Plus, what's nice about this trick is that it hits all the major muscle fibers in the pec, from the lower, the middle, the upper, the inner, and the outer. Like I said, start with a weight that limits you to about 8 to 10 reps on that low pulley cable crossover. Go to failure each time. You can do 3 to 4 sets of these at the end of your chest workout. Let me know how you're liking it, or if you have any more questions. You guys know where to get me: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. And as always, stay Gym Army strong.